You're listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips, where we present audiobook quality readings of the classics for your enjoyment. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, just because you're a bumpkin doesn't mean you can't be cultured. Hello and welcome back to The Cultured Bumpkin. I'm Jake. Today we're going to read a poem by George Eliot. George Eliot, you say? What kind of guy was he? He wasn't a guy. He was Mary Ann Evans. Mary Ann was an English lady that lived from 1819 to 1880 and wrote under the pen name George Eliot. Now, I don't know the reason for that. Who knows? If you know, let me know, because I don't know. But Mary Ann Evans is George Eliot. So we're going to, since she penned this poem under George Eliot, we'll credit George with this, even though we know the deal. So, yes, she was a very interesting lady. Definitely not your mid-Victorian prude, like some people may call her. She kind of marched to the beat of her own drummer with regards to her personal life, and you can look up Wikipedia and see some of that stuff. It's pretty interesting. But this poem is great. It absolutely wonderful, and I think any mid-Victorian would agree with this. So here we go. At Set of Sun by George Eliot. If you sit down at set of sun and count the acts that you have done, and counting find one self-denying deed, one word that eased the heart of him who heard, one glance most kind that fell like sunshine where it went, then you may count that day well spent. But if through all the livelong day you've cheered no heart by yea or nay, if through it all you've nothing done that you can trace that brought the sunshine to one face, no act most small that helped some soul and nothing cost, then count that day as worse than lost. I think that's some very good life advice from old Mary Ann. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll subscribe, leave a review, and tell a friend about The Cultured Bumpkin. And thank you very much for listening. You've been listening to The Cultured Bumpkin, a literature podcast with Jake Phillips. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, would you mind going and subscribing and leaving a nice review on whatever podcast platform you heard this on? I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.